Now this is more like it. Look at this. Nice. Nice. The improvements to the road layout and the overall look of this city. I think this is more in line with what I'm looking for. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Welcome back to more SimCity. Remember, a couple episodes ago, I said this would be a great spot for a house of worship, but I just wanted to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that this layout is going to stay. The question is which house of worship with this many processor factories? Kind of think the modern. Let's put it over here. And then maybe next to it, let's do a park. Let's just do the medium. Let's do that. And maybe a smaller park next to it. That actually works well. That works nice. Good. Good. And it's changing that wealth level. Nice. And the thing that I'm liking is the fact that the way we did the great work, and let's look at that electricity again. Look at that electricity flowing through the city. The way we did the great work while we were spending money to bring in the resources for the great work, we were still making money. That machinery, that economic financial machinery was still going. So we really didn't make any dent in our finances, that is just so cool. Nice. We've got things that we need to do here, but while we're in the process of renovating and changing cities, I want to go back over to our first city, because city number 2 in a short amount of time has absolutely quadrupled the money here. And it's nighttime. I need the sun to rise. Let's wait about 6 hours. In 6 hours the sun will be up, and then we can start working on this city. So I'll see you in 6 hours. All right. The sun hasn't come up yet. It's just about to come over the horizon in about 20 game minutes, which equates to about 20 game seconds. Now we're down to about 15 seconds. But there are some things that I want to do here, because this city is no longer, it's really no longer a financial moneymaker the way that city is. It just isn't. So this is a good opportunity. There's the sun. Nice. It's a good opportunity. Because we know that oil is not forever. So what I want to do, I want to get rid of oil. And I want to turn this area. How do we want to? because we can just import or even send, because I need oil and ore for my Omega Co. And I need processors. We can send processors from over there, and we can send money over here. We've already done some things to kind of, we've turned off our power plants. I think what I want to do, I'm trying to decide which one. And I don't know if I want to be right on center or maybe a little off center. But I want one of these to remain. But I'm going to turn it off. And I think I like the look. I think I like the look of that one. So let's do this. All right, so we've got this trade depot. So we were exporting oil. There's the processors. So I think we can actually, so let's get rid of this. Let's put ore. So now, instead of exporting oil when we need, so we're going to import processors, oil, ore when needed. We have everything we need for right now. All right. And that should be enough. So let's do this. We've got this large area. I now want to we have a 5-month supply. I'm going to turn it off. Or you know what, let's send out. I need a truck. That is absolutely perfect. Nice. 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 All right, so there's hardly any oil. Just turned it off. You see the fire went out. Let's do this. That is going to serve. What was over here? Oh, that's right. There's ore. Okay, we got ore there. Plenty of ore. Plenty of oil. So we could have turned that into oil. Let's do that. I forgot about this trade depot. And it's full. I do need oil for my oil refinery. I do want to keep making money with that. And I kind of think maybe another oil refinery. Maybe. Maybe we just tuck it over here. All the way over, maybe. I think we checked. Fuel, we got a lot more money with fuel than plastic, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm certain we checked. Certain. All right. Fuel. I think we placed it just a bit too close, but that's okay. Oh, whoops. Never mind. Wait, let's back up. That's plastic. Fuel. Let's start over. Fuel. 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 That's enough. That's fine. Let's come over here. Only for when we need it. Import. Okay. Now, we've turned that off, but I want it to stay there because I want it to kind of serve as a memorial. I want to memorialize some things. Let's go to nature. We really can't do anything here because of the pollution. The ground pollution. So I'm envisioning that the people living here, remember, they are coming from the region of last season, which was all about nature. So they still have that desire. This almost. No, we'll keep it. So this is now. Is there a building? Is there something that I can place? Does that look like a visitor center? Is there a building that can serve? The library, or maybe there's a park. Just like we pretended that this park was kind of a mini academy. I don't know, that doesn't look. Let's look at landmarks. I don't think that's going to work for me, though. And they're not even open yet. For right now, I'm going to put okay, now I don't foresee turning it back on. I want just a dirt road. Wow, this building takes up a lot more space. Look at that. Let's come out. Let's do this. Yeah. You know, it might look silly. You know, a park and ride, we could kind of, and it would serve a function. Let's do that. That might be the building. Let's trim that. Let's get park and ride, and I might do that. So the park and ride, yes, they're going to ride buses. So it's going to serve a purpose. Let's put it right about there. I wish I could rotate it. That's not bad. Because it says bus. So people can come here, and we're going to pretend like they can get information. Let's come over here then. I might get rid. I just want to see something. Let's get rid of some of this. How close can we come? Let's do this. And then maybe, nope. I just want to look before I start trimming anything. And then maybe we can come out. So you can come to the info booth. You can. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's come back over here. Okay. So now at the history, people can come here. So as far as the game is concerned, this is a park and ride. And yeah, you can park and ride here, but this for us is like a visitor center to learn about, at one time before we did the great work, we had nuclear power and, the city, the first big industry was oil. So now down here, that fits. Doesn't fit over here, but that's fine. Let's put that right. Let's put that right there. This is a monument. People may still come here. I'm going to leave it on. But people will come here and visit. Now we've got a nice green area. I think the ground pollution is too much. Now the air pollution's not bad. Because I was going to put the house of worship, but why would I put the house of worship that far out from here? I like this area, but that also seems a bit out there. But this is nice though, isn't it? We could get rid of these, actually. Yeah, I place stuff without really checking. We've got trade depots that are now basically obsolete. I think we've got enough. Actually, I messed up. Look at that. That's fuel. But we do need, wait a minute. I didn't mess up. Export the fuel. We need to continue to import that. No crude oil. Production stopped. import. Let's get that imported. And then I might leave, let's leave this one. So now instead of export, let's import. Let's get rid of this one. I wish I knew if that was enough oil to satisfy. I'm gonna wait. Let's import. All right, that's working. Producing fuel. I know I turned that off, but look, there's more. Oh, probably a delivery, but that's okay. That's producing. That one's producing fuel. That one's still waiting for. That one's still waiting for oil. The simulation is sending all the oil here. Once I get an oil delivery there, that should help, because that truck, actually that truck won't go there first. There, it got it. Now, nice, producing fuel, but, well, it's nighttime. But let's do this. Okay. Okay, this was set up for fuel. Export fuel. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it alone. But this is now full. Those two are fuel. So that one depot is enough. Because I was going to get rid of one of those, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. We're going to place the church. We're going to place our house of worship someplace else, because I was thinking about somewhere there. But once again, I need daylight. Okay, better. Now, let's see. Well, that's 6 a.m. I want to find a spot where we can get rid of maybe a four-way intersection. And of course, our traffic looks really good. Our traffic looks really good. Because I'm eyeing this area. Look at that. Look at that spot. Look at the colors. We got rid of a four-way. I want you guys, because you've got a perfectly good highway. Take the highway. Where are they going? School, school, school. Okay, so that traffic jam is a school traffic jam. So, all of these students here, let's kind of just give them an alternative. Because we've got our community colleges are both at either end. I'm going to put a community college right there. And I'm going to do... Now over here, let's do the... Let's do this one. Let's dezone. Let's take this. Let's make it residential. So hopefully that house that we lost comes back. This has to hire, but a lot of those students... Some of those students will go in this direction. Okay, good. Good. What else? What else can be? I think that is because I don't know if I'd want to turn some of this into a memorial considering it's still operational. But those are our, when you think about the history of this city and this region, our first industrial endeavor, we experimented with nuclear power. And our research, we're pretending like this park was where research took place before we placed the academy. All right. Before I go back to our second city, I just want to make sure. So we got good. We're good with oil here. We got plenty of processors. We're exporting fuel. We need to turn off. See, we're not making money. We're making money thanks to Omega. So, in reality, Right now, we're spending more to bring in crude oil than we're making. We're upside down, but this, I wonder if this is just we need to give it more time. Let's use local. So let's stop importing for a while and let's let the city kind of catch up financially. Let's see what happens. Because I'd like to swing this. I mean, the city's making money nevertheless, but I would love to swing this closer to in the green. Even if we produce processors here. I was thinking about sending them over there, but maybe we produce some processors. We don't have to worry about tech level. We got a ton of jobs. Maybe we relocate the shuttle bus depot. That just barely fit. Let's come over here. We need to bring in plastic and alloy, but that's cheaper than and we can also export the excess. So I need alloy and plastic. Let's import. Let's find a spot. How full is that? I wish that. Let's do this. Let's export. Let's just get rid of that for right now. Export. Good. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Plastic. Plastic and alloy. Import. Import. Export. Bring that in. I need one more. I need a processors. I want to export processors and export fuel. We got smart people in this city, so that should be enough to help offset. We'll see. Oh, now, well, that's fine. So our fuel shipments have caught up. Remember, I was a little bit. So our fuel has caught up. Oh, and also we turned off the exports of stuff. So now we're green. So this can only help. Here comes alloy. There's plastic. I see a plastic shipment come in. All right, I need a truck to take that plastic over there. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, that should help. That should help. Good. City looks better. We've got some monuments, some memorials to things. Good. And we've got our house of worship. We got more education in place. Good. Very good.